Hey guys, what's up? We are back with some more IRL TCG stuff, and today we're going to be doing the Force of Will Villains deck, which is, I think, is pretty old by now, but I have never opened up Force of Will products before, not even just like off camera. This is like my first Force of Will merchandise, period. And I do have the other Tails deck as well. I don't know much about it. I know it was like Magic, but with just like a slight twist to it. So yeah, let's just get into this box. Alright, so I have opened up the cards, and it does come with a playmat with a special image on it. As you can see, that is what is in the background. And just for comparison, again, I will show it compared to Yu-Gi-Oh card, which I think they're about the same. Maybe they're a bit bigger, I can't tell. I think they're slightly bigger than a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but then probably a Pokemon card's about the same size, if not bigger, I think. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon's a bit bigger than that, but Yu-Gi-Oh's a bit smaller. And then Coin, then Mega Coin. But yeah, my first impressions when opening up this was to square in my head, because I was like, holy, which it's because of this. This is the sickest back. Now you can't tell right now because of image quality and the angle, but this is the sickest back I have ever seen on a card before. Because, let's see if we can even demonstrate what I'm talking about. As you can see, this card is actually engraved with this. This is like textured on it, and it's like slightly like sparkly too. Not only is there like some like glitter, like I don't know, trying to say glitter, but just sparkly, but I'm assuming this is with glitter. But not only is it like covered in sparkles, but it's also like engraved. Like there's actually depth texture to this, like actually it's kind of like this. It actually gives me a reason to put that. It's like the special Pokemon cards that have texturing to it. Like this, as you can see, that it has texture in it. Like you can actually feel the texture on this. This backing has the same, and every single back of these cards has this texture to it, which is nuts. Like, that's crazy. This is the coolest back to a card that I have ever seen, period. Alright, once again, we are joined by the Wooloo deck box to hold up our cards. We have Order of War here, which I guess is our... I don't know if this is like the card you flip or what. It's kind of weird that its name is just Order of War, not like the actual name of somebody. But again, I think the gimmick with Force of Will is that you have like a main boss card that does things, and then you can flip it to become a J ruler. I don't know if it's a J ruler by default. The card says Resonator and J Ruler. So is J Ruler your final form or what? But yeah, I just know that you have a boss card that then becomes like an even stronger card once you, I guess, satisfy its cost or whatever. Like that's the difference between this and Magic. So is the back of this card? Yeah, the back of this card is this. Odin. So it becomes Odin. So the initial card is Order of War, and then I guess you satisfy its conditions, and then you can play out Odin, the god of war. Well, it says this is villains. Why is Odin a villain? Odin, the All-Father, is a villain? I don't think that's correct. I mean, I guess it depends on your opinion as a person, but I don't think Odin's like a bad guy. He's like the god of that religion, mythology, I guess. So like it's kind of weird that he's a villain here. Ruler High God, it says up there. We'll at least read him. You cannot have cards with tails in your deck or Magic Stone deck. Well, cards with tails, referring to Narla here. Tails in your deck. Revolution Order 0. Once per turn, as you play a Resonator spell, you may choose to order it. If you do, that Resonator spell gains. Players cannot chase to this card. This card cannot be cancelled or moved to any zone other than the field. As the Resonator enters the field, put this card with its order side up into your order zone or order area. Force Command Faith. Apply all Force Resonance Faith abilities of cards you control in all zones. Although, there's just some flavor text. Although Odin despises Loki, he despises the upstart new gods even more. So he still decided to enter the game, hoping to demonstrate his supremacy. So I actually don't know which card is first. Is it Odin or is it the war card? The war card is the one that's holographic. Is this holographic? Yeah, Odin isn't hollow. Oops. Yeah, Odin's not hollow. Only Order of War is hollow, which is weird. I know that people have said that Force of Will has gone down in quality since its upstart back in the day, because it got really popular and people were trying to say like Force of Will was going to kill Magic the Gathering, but of course that did not happen, and now Force of Will is doing things like this, where I believe back in the day the cards used to have completely different art on them when you flipped them. Like it was a completely different special art, and I think they were actually even like envelopes, or not like envelope, but the card actually split in half. Like you could flip the card open, is what I mean, like a book, and then it would become a huge like card of art. Like it was actually this specifically cool cards. Like they were actually did like cool mechanically, I guess. I don't know if that's necessarily a mechanic, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. You can actually open them up like a booklet and have like this crazy boss monster. Well, but now it's just this unhollow same artwork as the other side card. Well, I guess it's technically different here. He's screaming, and then on the other side he's not screaming. I guess that's the difference. But still, oof. Like there were much more drastic changes back in the day. Like it wasn't just, oh, my mouth is open now. So we have Artillerist of Faith, which we'll just go through these. Now this is all of also hollow. Oh, I forgot about these backs. Jesus Christ, these backs, dude. Too bad Force of Will isn't like, it's kind of like not as popular. Like, is Force of Will dying / is dead? Like, is it dead now? Because like, man, these backs, dude. Say what you want about the quality of where it's gone, these backs are immaculate, dude. We have another hollow here. Choir of the Valkyries. Very nice hollow effect there. We have Gary and Freki, or Garai, maybe? Garai sounds cooler than Gary. Garai and Freki, Greedy Wolves. Are these like Loki's children? Kara, Swift Valkyrie. Also, again, still hollow cards. Like, this is crazy how many hollows they're giving. Keep the Faith. This appears to be like a spell. Praying Valkyrie. This deck's pretty cool so far. I didn't realize this was going to be a Norse mythology deck. So it says villains. I don't expect Norse mythology. Rangrid. Repeating Faith Revival. Soldier of Minerva. Still hollows, by the way. The Holy Shield of Mistletoe. I'm familiar with that. Light Magic Zone. Okay, this is hollow still. We're still hollow, and this is the lands, right? From Magic. Like, in Magic, these would be your lands, so you could actually play. So we got 4 of those. God, like, just feeling the texture on the back of these cards, because I'm just holding them. Oh my god, the texture, like, dude, you don't understand. Like, You have to feel it for yourself. So another Artillerist of Faith. More choir. So now we're just repeating those. It makes the cards feel like heavy, I think, because of the texturing they have to do. I'm just gonna make sure that we don't need to like zoom in anymore. No, we don't. We didn't need to do that. So we got these Loki kids, because I don't know who they are in mythology. More Karas. And more Keep the Faith. I'm assuming we're gonna hit new cards after we get through the ones we just already looked at. I guess like the back of the cards, because of the texturing, makes them feel like playing cards, like actual playing cards. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about this playing card, like actual like playing card. Like it feel like that, I guess, because the back of playing cards do kind of have like a weird texture just naturally. So it unfortunately doesn't remind you of that, but other than that, like, oh my god, like, it's crazy. Some more Ron grids. Repeating Faith Revival. I think we're still good on the Focus. Soldier Minerva. The Holy Shield of Mistletoe. Okay, now we have our energies, basically our mana. So we get 4 hollow mana out of that. Okay, what is Will Coin? That's something new. I'm not familiar with that. Banish this coin, produce these things. Who knows? A card that's on its side. What? I have no knowledge of Force of Will. This is like crazy. Life points 1,000. Life points 1,000. Is there anything on the back? No, just life points 1,000. Life points 500. No clue what these cards do. Life points 100. Because they're just artwork and then saying life points. Bunch of 100s. And then at the end we have a soldier. Just maybe this is just a token? Soldier token? Yeah, it's a Resonator token. So yeah, I probably should look up how to play after this, just because they are pretty cool. Like, my camera is obviously trashed, but this artwork is pretty good on some of these. Like, the Arbalist obviously isn't too fantastic, but again, like, you should just get one of these decks just for the sake of the fact that the texture, like, on the back of these cards is just, again, phenomenal. So, like, you should get a deck just because of that, and they're not that expensive either, so go get one. Alright, so we're back to end the video, though I said Arbalist, I think. I meant the Artillerist, not the Arbalist. But yeah, deck's cool. I will be very happy to go check out the Tails deck as well, since there probably will be a bunch of cute grills in there. Again, comparison to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! There. I probably should have brought a Vanguard card out. Well, we still have this here, so Vanguard card. So hey guys, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers or go to my Kofi, or just watch these videos all the way through because I'm working on watch time and subscribers. Again, we're going to be doing Tails next, and we have 3 decks coming next month: Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Wars. So yeah, thanks for watching. To the next episode, like, subscribe, comment, and to do. See ya.